Hello students, today I will start the chapter 3 turning effect of forces. Okay, so please be ready with your book whenever you are watching this video and with your copy. And once you watch this video, in the comment section you will write your name so that I come to know who all are watching. Okay, so dear student, what is turning effect of forces? Now it is a matter of common observation that when we open the door, force is applied on the handle attached to it, which is on the other edge to produce more effect. Now, to understand it, let us perform the demonstration as given on the next page. So, let us go through this demonstration which is given in the next page first. See, in this demonstration you can see one door is made, okay, and you can see the handle 1, handle 2, okay, and handle 3. There are 3 handle, okay, and this is known as hinge, okay. This point is known as hinge. So what we have to do, first hold the handle 1 as shown in figure 3.3 of the door and try to open and close the door. So you have to try to open and close the door first, okay, holding the different handles. Now try to open and close the door using handle 2. Repeat the process near its hinge, okay, using the handle 3. So turn by turn you have to, first you will open or you will try to apply force on this handle, and then next this handle, and at the end you will apply force to the handle which is near the hinge, okay. What will you notice? You will notice as the distance between the force applied and the point of application of force decreases, it will be difficult to open or close the door. You will notice that it is difficult to open the door with this handle number 3, okay. If you try to open the door from here, it is very difficult. You have to apply greater amount of force in order to open that, okay. But it is very easy to open using this handle, the first handle, okay. So in houses also the doors are installed by hinges at one side and the handle is fixed at the larger distance from the hinges. So if you notice in your houses, okay, that the doors, where we keep the handle, we keep the handle as maximum as, or we try to keep their distance between the hinge and the handle as much as possible, right? Now why we do this? So that a small force is required to produce a large turning effect, so that with a little amount of force we can easily open the door and turn or produce a turning effect, okay. But excuse me, if the handle is fixed near the hinges, more force is required to produce the same turning effect. But if you try to open the door from this position, which is very close to the hinge, then you will see it is very difficult to open that door. Why? Because huge amount of force is required to open the door. So generally what we do, we keep the handle far apart from the hinge as far as possible, okay, in order to produce more turning effect, right? So if you want to open a heavy door, you must apply force. That force alone, however, is not enough. So if you want to open the door, obviously you have to apply force, right? When you apply that force and in what direction you push are also important. Now you are applying force. Now in which direction actually you are applying the force, right? So the direction of the force also matter, right? If you apply the force in the wrong direction or in such a direction in which the door cannot move, then what will happen? Then there will be no turning effect. For example, if you apply the force near the hinge or at an angle other than 90 degree to the plane of the door, you must use a greater force to move the door to produce the turning effect than if you apply the force at a knob perpendicular to the door's plane. Okay, so we have from our experience, if you can try at your home also, okay, that if you apply force near the hinge to open the door, you will see it's very difficult to open the door, right? Why it is difficult? Because at that because you want actually what turning effect, you want to turn the door about that axis, right, about the hinge. So you need to apply greater force if you apply it from the or near the hinge. Okay, so and what angle you are applying? If you are applying angle, for example, say this is the door, okay, so you should apply force either from this direction, okay, or from this direction, right? But imagine that if you apply the force from this direction, then will it open? No. Okay, it will not open. Or you are applying the force in this direction, will it open? No, it will not open, right? So the direction also matters here. Okay, now so this is known as turning effect. Okay, so when an object turn, actually, so force when an object turn, you see, if a rigid object, so this is a rigid object, the doors are rigid only. Okay, if a rigid object is fixed at one point and one point is free to move, then whatever, then if you apply force on them, what will happen? It will make that object to move or to rotate. Yes, so this is known as turning effect. Okay, so this is known as turning effect of force. Actually there are many effects of force which we have learned. Okay, force can change the shape and size of a object for a non-rigid object. Okay, force can bring an object from motion to rest or from rest to motion. Okay, so this is also one of the effect of force which we are learning, that force can now affect what effect? Turning effect. We are learning about turning effect, that applying force, okay, you want to turn any object, right? So you see here that clockwise and anti-clockwise moments. Okay, so this turning effect of force is also known as moment. So you can note down in your copy that the turning effect of force is also known as moments of force or moments. Okay, now there are two type of turning effect or moments. One is clockwise and another is the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, now if the moment of force is in anti-clockwise direction, then we say that moment of force is positive. So please note it down somewhere. Okay, if the moment of force is anti-clockwise, then the value of moment of force is always positive. Okay, and if the moment of force is clockwise, then it is always taken as negative value. Okay, so whatever the moment of force value will be given, if it is in anti-clockwise direction, then we will take the value as positive. Okay, say for example 5 Newton meter, the moment of force is given 5 Newton meter and it has mentioned that it is anti-clockwise moment, then I will take the positive value. Okay, but the same thing if it is mentioned that anti-clockwise, okay, then we have to say the value in negative, we have to report that value in negative. Okay, now what are the factors affecting the turning effect of force? Now what are the factors? Just now we saw that two things are very important in order to produce the turning effect. The first effect is that obviously you need to apply force. Without force, yeah, we cannot think of also the turning effect, right? We need force. And another important thing, that is the distance from the hinge, right? Suppose you are applying force from here, suppose at this point you are applying force in this direction and this is the hinge. So the distance, how much distance you are taking, or the force and the distance, this is known as perpendicular distance. Okay, this is known as perpendicular. Dear student, what is perpendicular distance? This is the 90 degree. Okay, you have seen 90 degree, so this is 90 degree. Okay, so the perpendicular distance mean here we are taking, see this is the axis of, okay, axis of rotation, and this is the line of action of force. This is known as line of action of force, mean you are applying the force here. Okay, so the distance is also important here. If more is the distance, then more will be the turning effect. If less is the distance, then less will be the turning effect. So what are the factors then? Number one, the magnitude of the force applied, how much force you are applying. Magnitude means the value, amount. Okay, so how much force you are applying. Okay, that is all important. And the perpendicular, that is the shortest distance between the axis of rotation and line of action of force. Okay, so the perpendicular distance and the magnitude of force, these two are very important factor for turning effect. Okay, the combined effect of the force and distance determine the magnitude of turning force is called the moment of force. So underline this. Okay, so what is moment of force? It is the combined effect. So here you can see diagrammatically it is say this is suppose this is the hinge. Okay, about the point, this is pivoted or hinge. Okay, and this is the distance, said here the handle of the door. Okay, and you are applying the force in this direction. So this distance into force. Okay, perpendicular distance multiplied by force is known as moment of force. This is the formula also. Perpendicular distance multiplied by moment of force is the perpendicular distance into force is known as moment of force. Okay, so this will give you the formula. So moment of force can be defined as the product. Product mean what? What is the meaning? In mathematics term mean product mean multiplication of magnitude or the value of applied force and the shortest distance between the axis point of rotation and line of action. Now what is this line of action, dear student? This is axis of rotation. Yes, in this axis it is rotating, and this is the line of action of force in which the force is acting. Okay, it is also called torque. So this is also known as torque. So you can see that different names for turning effect we got. Turning effect is also known as moment of force. Turning effect is also known as torque, right? So an imaginary line passing through the point of action of force and drawn in the direction of force is called the line of action. So this is known as line of action. This is an imaginary line. Okay, now suppose you are applying the force, just think that an imaginary line is passing. Okay, what is the direction of the force? That is the line of action of the force, right? So moment of force is equal to force into shortest distance of the force from the point of rotation. Okay, so what is the formula of moment of force then? Force, whatever force you are applying, right? Force into shortest distance. Okay, so we'll write in short moment of force into distance, right? Perpendicular distance, obviously this distance should be perpendicular. Now unit of torque, what is the unit? In CGS unit of torque is dyne centimeter, and SI unit is Newton meter. Okay, so if the force is measured in terms of gravity, then the SI system in the unit of moment of force is kgf, kilogram force per meter, or kilogram force meter, sorry, and its CGS unit is gf, gram force centimeter. Okay, so this is important. Okay, the relationship between the different values, so you will learn this by heart. So you will mark it as important, IMP. So 1 Newton meter is equal to 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter, 1 kgf meter is 9.8 Newton meter, and 1 gf centimeter is equal to 980 dyne centimeter. So this is important, these values, so you will learn these values by heart. Okay, so today I will end till here. Okay, in the next video lecture I will explain the examples of turning effect. Okay, and I will also discuss the question answers of this topic. Okay, so go through it, and after watching the video, okay, you will mention your name in the comment box, right, so that I can mark you that you have seen the video. Okay, thank you.